Hello, this is EpicHeelToe, and welcome back to my Need for Speed vinyl wrap editor tutorial. If you're just joining us now, this is episode 4, and if you haven't watched any of the other episodes, I highly suggest you click on the links below. We've done a lot of stuff to this car already. Right now we're building a Volvo 242 Got Bill inspired drift build. And we basically want to create like a dynamic, kind of a retro motif that we have with the retro car, but we're bringing it a step forward into this century. We got like a carbon fiber hood. We got all kinds of cool graphic effects, and we're going to keep on building on this. So far we've done a lot with the sides and we've covered the top, but now we're going to add some more details and textures to the top. We're going to get started, jump right in. First of all, I'm going to add the that pinstriping that I applied to the sides, and right now, hang on a second, we're in the wrong category. We want to get back to the shapes and right to this barcode stripe that we have. See that right there? Right now it's white, and actually it shows up really well on the darker surface. I'm thinking of stretching that out almost like a wood grain. Make it look like a wood grain. Just like that. I don't want to go as far as the trunk or the hood. I think that looks alright. So what we're going to do now is tone it down. I think I'll select the same gray as I had before. We'll make it matte. And in custom, we'll bring the transparency right down so it just kind of blends in with that background. We'll bring the transparency a lot more down because we have a pretty dark background and it really shows up. So I think this kind of adds almost like a wood grain effect, and it gives it that, I don't know, it's kind of like a texture, almost like an IKEA-like texture, which is pretty, yeah, I think that looks alright. So I want to add another texture and see if we could build on top of that, make that a little bit more interesting. So we'll add another layer here, and I want to try what this would look like. Let's go to these patterns over here, and what would look really good on that. Let's try this one right here. This might be a little too busy. We'll blow that up a little bit, and you cannot really adjust anything with the color on this, anything with the even the brightness or the transparency. You're kind of stuck with it, which is something I don't really like. You also can't, well, yeah, I guess you can, yeah, you can stretch it, and I don't really want to go any further than the pillars because I don't want that to show up on that little the windshield cover down below. I think that looks pretty cool, and you have those stripes underneath it to kind of give it a feel of depth. Yeah, I think that looks cool. So we'll go with that, and we'll back out of there. We'll put something on the trunk. Let's see. I'll have to go back on the top again. We'll try to put something on the trunk. We'll add, I was thinking of maybe like a racing checkers. Let's see, what do we have here for, do we have any racing checker patterns? I don't believe it's actually in this category. We'll have to go to the next one, complex shapes. Yeah, that's got like a lot more of that stuff in here. Anything that's simple, yes, right here, perfect. Just like that. We'll move it to the back. Try to center it as best we can. And blow that up. There we go. Just like that. I want to make sure that's nice and centered. Let's see, what color should we use? I'm thinking of using like that same orange that we used. I believe that's it right there. Same orange that we used on the sides. Does that look alright? If I go with red, I think that'll look too dark. I kind of want that contrast. I don't really want to go with a blue because there's all kinds of blue on the side and on the back. We'll try that for now. If we don't like it, we could always change it later. Let's see. The goal with this car, I want to create something that's got a lot of character, but also doesn't look obnoxious. And you know, at least have a little bit of taste while looking pretty wild. And it stands out with some bright colors and with the right color treatments. So that's why I like that checker on the back. And it still does not look like it's centered. Let me readjust that. So it's too bad I can't get a very good view. And let's just kind of bump that over. We'll nudge it over. There, that looks a little bit better. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, let's exit this. And I want to do something else with the hood, but that's almost an entire episode entirely, because it's going to take a long time to do the type of graphic that I want to throw on the hood. Let's work with windows. We haven't really done anything with windows yet. So let's do something with a front window. I'm thinking of throwing up like a banner. Let's go with, let's see. Normally with window banners, you have to have something with an arc on it. Otherwise, it's just gonna, if you put something like straight, like a rectangle, and I'll show you what it looks like. It will, whoops, undo that. Okay, so we'll stretch it out. I don't know, just kind of bends it upward. And you want it to look a little more flat than bent upward. So what we're going to do is use, we'll get rid of that. We'll use something that has like an arc to it. And there are some over here, yes, right here, that has an arc to it. Now I want to flip that downward and, okay, stretch it out. So now it looks pretty straight on the curved surface of the window. And it doesn't look like it curves upward. And we can use that. Let's see, what color do we want to use? I would say go with that blue on the side. So let's try to find that. And this is it right here. Good. Okay, so let's see if we could drop that down a little bit more. You know what? I'd like to try to maybe curve it. See what that does. Sometimes I like to put stuff off kilter to kind of give it that, you know, sometimes like it's good to put something asymmetrical on a car, and it gives it that extra little flair of character. You know, it makes it look a little more unique. So let's see, maybe I can bring that in. Maybe I'll flip it back. Let's see. Oh, actually, I like that. That does not look bad at all. Stretch it out a little bit more, curve it, because the driver's going to be viewing it out of the left side of the car. It's left-hand drive. So you want to leave a little bit of view. I know it's not going to really make a difference from in the game, but just so it looks legitimate, throw that down right there. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now we'll add some lettering on top of that. So we want to go Logotype. Let's go to Logotype. Probably something colorable. That way we can control the color. I want something kind of written, scripty. Here, target trophy. That looks pretty decent. Set it right there. And make that orange. Is that going to stand out all right? You know what? Let's make this chrome. And make the brightness a little bit brighter. Play around with the smoothness. Like I said, I know the smoothness, when you have the chrome fully on, if you adjust this smoothness, it brightens and darkens it. And I don't know why or how it does that, but all I know is that it works. I don't know if that really works that well with that dark blue. Let's open our layers. Turn that light blue into like the dark blue, the same dark blue that's up on top. So let's see, what will we do? We have to select it and bring the brightness down. Ah, that looks better. Right there. Alright, that looks a lot better. Oh, this is already really starting to... It's starting to look busier and fuller, but at the same time, it looks a lot of fun. It's got a lot of character. I also want to work on the rear window. So we'll add... Let's see, I want to put something like an image in the back. And what do we have? Ooh, we have a shark here. Okay, where is it? Where are you, shark? Oh, I'm on the front window still. That's right. So I need to exit out of this window. Go to the rear. Add that shark. Let's see, we'll blow it up. Just like that. And I believe there is a logotype that we can use. Where is that? It says stuffed shark, and I really like it. Right here. Blow that up. Make that the same orange. Whoops. And we'll make that the same. You can also grab a recent finish, and we'll use this recent finish. Let's lighten that up a little bit. I know we can lighten that up by going in here and adjusting the smoothness. So I kind of like having the metallic. Well, actually, you know what? There's a lot of like tweaking you can do here. Oh, that makes it. We'll go with that for now. I think that looks pretty cool. Either that, or we can go. Nah, that blends in too much. We'll have to go with an orange. That looks really busy though. I think we can fix that later. But for now, okay, we've done our window treatments. I'm pretty satisfied with the front. With the rear, we'll tweak that a little bit more. But I gotta end the video now. When we get back, we will continue on these windows. We'll try to fix this window treatment a little bit. We'll add a couple more spot decals, maybe do a little bit of sticker bombing, and finally we'll work on that front hood. I have a great idea using the Volvo logo. I want to reconstruct the Volvo logo and make something look really cool on the hood, and I think we'll be done with this project. All right, tune in for episode 5 coming up. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Appreciate the views, and peace out.